Thank you for joining me today as we discuss the topic of stimulating creativity in organizations. In this session, we will be looking at creativity and innovation, competitive advantages, leading for creativity, performance improvement methods, and measurement and analysis. The terms creativity and innovation are often used interchangeably. However, they are not the same. Creativity in its simplest definition is something new that has value, or at least perceived value. Innovation, on the other hand, is doing something with that creativity and diffusing that perceived value in the form of a product, service, or process into the marketplace. In a nutshell, creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things. Because creativity is an intangible concept, it is hard for us to wrap our heads around it and see the value of it within organizations. Creativity by itself provides us little to no value. But when we stimulate that creativity at all levels, individual, group, organizational, and then turn it into something tangible, something valuable that will enhance our culture, produce increase, and deliver results, we win. The goal is to transform our creative ideas into innovative actions that will set us apart from the competition and keep us relevant in the marketplace. There are a number of advantages to embracing organizational creativity. Internally, we experience diversity of ideas, process and performance improvements, new ways of thinking and doing things that saves us time and money. And externally, our new ideas help us generate revenue as we turn our ideas into innovative products and services for our clients. And creative organizations experience a higher degree of competitive advantages, are able to attract and retain better talent, have employees that are more engaged in their work, realize a greater percentage of productive working hours out of every employee, and overall are more successful and deliver more to the bottom line. As we cultivate a culture that values creativity and idea generation, there will be a significant shift in the way we do business and work together to drive our growth. Now that we understand the advantages to fostering a creative climate, how do we lead for creativity? Creativity and effective organizations do not emerge by accident. They require leaders to drive and control deliberate changes in structure, culture, and process in order to transform them into creative, effective, and productive ones. Leading for creativity requires transformational leadership, which includes 4 key components: idealized influence, charisma and ability to model behavior that encourages others to follow; inspirational motivation, the ability to articulate and share a vision; intellectual stimulation, the ability to encourage creativity and innovative thinking that challenges the status quo; and individualized consideration, or concern for others. A great manager or leader will also understand the 3 components of individual creativity: expertise, creative thinking skills, motivation, all of which can be influenced through workplace practices and conditions. By understanding how these 3 components of individual creativity work together and affect their employees, our managers will set themselves up to adequately support and challenge their teams. By understanding the expertise of employees, an effective manager can match people with the right projects to play to their strengths. Intrinsic motivation will take over when managers know their employees' dreams and passions and align them accordingly. And finally, the intuition to comprehend creative thinking skills that push beyond the status quo will put our managers in position to not only see but experience the best in each employee. Considering the importance of leadership that stimulates creativity within an organization, let's look at putting this into practice. When it comes to performance improvement methods that stimulate creativity, the goal is to move from one state to another, or the end goal, and answer the questions: where are we now? Where do we want to be? And then performance improvement is the method or process that answers the questions: how will we get there? What steps will we take? And finally, how will we check to verify we met our desired end? Much research has been attempted over the years on the creativity-performance relationship, only yielding limited success. This is due in part to the fact that a firm's strong focus on creativity does not mean that managers will enact the strategy. Rather, it is the firm's ability to take action that may determine the extent to which creativity impacts firm performance. The goal is to merge the 2 disciplines of stimulating creativity and performance improvement. There are a number of potential ways to address this issue. The simple answer is to incorporate a method or process between whereby the 2 are connected. This is where methodologies and models such as Lean Six Sigma, PDCA, DMAIC, Deming Cycle, BPR, and many more come into play and help us bridge the gap with a process that requires we not only act, but also ask questions and truly analyze our inputs and outputs to ensure the desired results are met. Do you ever feel like this cartoon when you're trying to measure or analyze information? This is the final piece of the puzzle for us to consider. There are a number of areas we can measure to determine the success of our creative climate shift. The first would be to measure the number of new and innovative outputs such as products, services, or process improvements, and then determine the overall success of these outputs in terms of revenue generation and diffusion into the market. Here we are measuring how intangible ideas become tangible results. We can also measure things such as leadership growth, internal climate, and overall learning. This type of measurement can be accomplished with surveys, evaluations, and observation. Considering the vast benefits of embracing organizational creativity, it is easy to see the value of continuously cultivating this new climate for years to come. The bottom line for us is this: if we have no creativity at all within our organization, we will simply continue to do what we have always done, and we will become stagnant with no competitive advantage in the marketplace. In our ever-changing industry, business as usual is not an option. It is imperative that we stay relevant with new ideas and innovations that deliver value to our clients as we continue to grow as an organization. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to watching as each of us step into our new creative climate and begin to reap the benefits of true results.